son sent me these for Mother's Day, so I'm going to share Mother's Day with you and play with flowers. This will just be a little short one. And then I bought some really cool cards today, so I'll probably make another video about playing with the cards that I bought that are by a really great artist. So I'm just realizing these are a little close. I got this, let's see, today is Sunday, Mother's Day, and they came in the mail on Friday with a little note from my son, and I took a picture of it, and I'm going to keep looking at the picture when they all die because I just love the colors in it and the textures. There's some hot pink or magenta colored flowers and some light pink roses and light pink carnations. Some light pink tulips. And they should last me through the week, all of this, because everything was in bud form when I got it except for the straw flowers. And I was so pleasantly surprised because my son knows how much I love flowers, and it's fun to have him growing up and doing grown-up things and sending me flowers on Mother's Day. And I missed him, of course, today because he's back home and I'm in Washington, and so it was nice to have something today to appreciate him when I look at these flowers. So I'm just going to softly play with them and maybe move them where you can see them a little better. There we go. I'll turn that so you can see some of the green leaves. There's some nice sound. These leaves feel a little drier. It's like there's a little teeny flower under there. And there's some little tiny tea roses tucked in here, and a little bit of, I think that's like a euonymus or something, a little variegated leaf in there. So often the commercial roses don't have any fragrance, so I'm glad that the carnations still do. I think it was yesterday, I was walking to a class, and let me move those back in, there we go. I was walking to a class, and there were some purple roses blooming. They looked kind of like some kind of hedgerows, and I could smell the fragrance just walking along the sidewalk, which I don't have the experience of very often, and it was just intoxicating. I just loved it. Of course, I had to stop and smell the roses, literally, because it was so beautiful. Here's some more of these little tiny tea roses. I'll hold them up so you can see them a little better. Just really pretty, bright pink, tiny little roses. My mother loved tea roses. When I was young, I think it was in high school, I would dry flowers. I don't know if any of you have ever done that. Not just hanging them upside down, but I had this sand that was from the Great Salt Lake. I guess there are only a couple of lakes in the world that have round sand, and it's from the limestone forming on the brine shrimp. I don't know if this is true, but this is how it was explained to me. That, and then the interior kind of erodes, so the center of the sand is hollow, so it's really good for drying because it's more round and it holds moisture in the middle, so it'll It won't pock it's not like a silicate that pocks the leaves. It really, you could pour it in. You'd have to set the flower inside of the sand and then just very gently pour the sand inside of the leaves. And you'd then bury the whole thing. It was quite a bit of work. I can't believe I did it now that I think back on it. But then you'd leave it for a couple of weeks and then gently pour off the sand, and you'd have this beautiful flower. There's some flowers that work better than others. Carnations didn't work well, but roses would dry very well. And, oh, that tulip is so pretty. There's 3 pretty pink tulips in here. And tulips grow even after they're cut. So it's kind of fun if you have a bouquet with tulips in them, because you'll see that, like when I got the bouquet, they were just barely poking up out of the top of this, and then now they're poking up about, let's see if you can see it, I'll pull it in. It's poking up a couple of inches or more now. So that's kind of a neat little thing. I actually learned that little ditty from Wise Woman Whispers, who's an ASMR artist, and she has one where she's cutting tulips and she talks about them, and it was kind of fun. I never knew that. And this looks like that snowball plant, but I don't know if that's what it is, which is a type of viburnum or cranberry bush. So, unless those are, maybe they're hydrangeas, I can't tell, because they haven't really bloomed fully. I don't think it's hydrangea, but some of you may know. I can get a little whiff of this rose. It's just so delicate, such a nice, delicate pink. I think of ballet pink. I took ballet when I was a little girl. And we would wear pink tights and black leotards. Back then, I think we always called everything leotards, even the tights. I'm not sure why. That was probably just me and my mother not knowing what we were doing. But I remember one concert, there was another little girl who, we had these little yellow pants we wore. And this other little girl's mom accused me of taking her daughter's yellow pants, and of course they found them later, but I remember just being mortified that she thought I'd stolen her costume. It's funny, I haven't thought about that for years, and I'm not sure why pink roses remind me of that, but there we go. There's my strange chain of thought. From roses to ballet to being accused of stealing. Okay, that's about it. I just wanted to share this beautiful bouquet, and I will enjoy my pictures after, and maybe even watching this video after to remember these when they've been spent. Is that how you say it? The flowers are spent. And it was the nicest surprise. Feels like a lot of love coming from my little bouquet of flowers. And I hope that you all had a pleasant day. I definitely missed my son. I went to a nearby port town and shopped and walked around and looked about, and found a little restaurant to eat at that was fabulous. And of course everybody was in groups and pairs, and I was aware of not being, but you know what? I was okay with it. Sometimes, you know, when you're by yourself, you feel that loneliness, and for whatever strange reason, today felt just great. And I had a wonderful curried chicken salad that was wonderful with yogurt and curry and chicken and almonds. It was great. All right. Sleep well. I'll tip my little flowers to you. Give you one last look. And we'll see you real soon. Good night.